Alright, War of the Spark's been out for a little while now, and there are some pretty BS cards in this set. Two in particular that I actually really like. Now, the Finale cards are a set of cards that are just genuinely not good. Except for Finale of Devastation. You cast it for 2 and then plus X, and if X is 10 or more, it does something special. That's what the Finale cards do. And in Finale of Devastation's case, if X is 10 or more, then all creatures are instantly hasted and given plus 10 attack and toughness. Also, it lets you search your library and just put a card that costs X onto the field. Well, that's really good, but getting the ability to spend 12 mana is really difficult, unless you have Nissa, who shakes the world, the new Planeswalker, because what is this all about? It's about BS overpowered Planeswalkers, and Nissa is the most overpowered one. Whenever you tap a forest for mana, add an additional green mana. That's really, really good. And you can then +1 her to untap a forest, throw 3 +1/+1 counters on it, and it's now a creature with vigilance and haste. So you can... So the really great thing is that if you have mana out and like just enough mana to play Nissa, you play Nissa and then instantly untap one of the mana that you spent to put her out, and then now you either have 2 mana or you have a creature. And when you do that really early on in these mono green decks, like you throw out a Llanowar right away or something like that, and then you get Nissa, it's possible to get Nissa out on turn 3, probably earlier if you played a different kind of deck. Actually, I think I've been able to get her on turn 3 like maybe once. You have to get the right draws. Point is, you can get her out real early. And if you get her out with 4 mana, 4 forests, well, those 4 forests then allow you to play literally every creature in your deck. And that's why you throw in some of this really stupid cards like Verdant Force and End-Raze Forerunners, which you would otherwise never put in. Like, you would put in like a Galta or something, because that you can cheat out for a lot less. But like End-Raze Forerunners and Verdant Force, you're never going to play those. You're also never going to play Finale of Devastation, unless you have Nissa, where you can play Finale of Devastation for the 10 cost on turn 5 or 6, depending on how many Llanowars you manage to get out. That's really, really good. It's really stupid. It almost never happens because by the time you get Nissa out and you're able to throw stuff out, you've already got so many other things out. I mean, you got Biogenic Oozes, and then if you've got 4 forests on the field, well, then you can just proc the Biogenic Ooze's ability twice, and then you just do that every turn and you overwhelm the enemy. Absolutely. So another great thing on here, because of all the +1 tokens, is you throw in a bunch of proliferation, like the Evolution Sage. This has 2 really good reasons. One is that it synergizes with, well, everything that has +1s, including Marwyn, which is just absolutely wonderful. Just extra free mana there. You know, gives you extra counters on Nissa. But the particularly good thing is if you've got stuff like the Biogenic Ooze or whatever, and then you -8 Nissa, you get to grab all of the lands out of your deck. Every single one that you haven't played. So you could potentially be throwing out something like 15 to 20 lands, depending on how many you've played. And every single one of those procs Evolution Sage. I've been able to do this several times. Once, I've done it with 2 Evolution Sages on the board, and it never resolved because the enemy instantly conceded, because why the hell would you consider even just no, you just don't. You -8 Nissa with an Evolution Sage, game's over. So there's that. But the ideal combo, the reason that I built this deck is because you use Nissa to play Finale, and then you use Finale to grab a Forerunners out of your deck. Because now everything that you have now has +10/+10. Oh, +2/+2. Everything is Vigilance. Everything is Trample. Everything is Hasted. Everything you have on the board is now unstoppable damage. So unless your opponent happens to be sitting on a Settle the Wreckage, game's done. It's real good. It's real funny. And then you throw in something like a Multani, Yavim, whatever. You throw in Multani because that's just a recurring threat that isn't a BS God Eternal. can throw in something like Kamahl's Druidic Vow. That's just you don't need this one in your deck. Actually, I probably don't need it in the deck. I'm at 61 cards. That's one you could throw away. But hey, it's like Finale. It's a BS thing. And you know what? If you can cast this for your entire rest of your deck if you do it right. Like if your enemy like manages to survive the Finale through a settle or something like that, and you're still holding on to Kamahl's, you can just cast Kamahl's for the rest of your deck and throw your entire deck in the discard pile in your graveyard because you have Gaia's Blessing. Because you throw your entire deck in your graveyard and then Gaia's Blessing procs, and now your entire graveyard's back in your deck. By the way, that includes Kamahl's, because Kamahl's goes into the graveyard before Gaia's procs. So you throw everything into your graveyard, throw all the legendaries and whatever lands you have left onto the battlefield, and then shuffle it back into your deck. And then, so what? Like, they get rid of your legendaries. Then you just play it again later. This is a deck that once it starts rolling, it is impossible to stop. Gaea is getting it rolling, but hey, it's mono green, you know? Anyway, let's see this in battle. So I played this deck last season quite a lot. I got as high as Diamond 2, and every time I started making progress through Diamond 2, I would just get kind of screwed on draws because that's just the way that Magic likes to make things work. Or, you know, end up against stupid freaking God Eternals because those are just the most broken cards in the game right now. Anyway. We'll see if this goes. So I ended up in Diamond 3, and so now I'm working my way back up through Gold because the season just started. So we'll see how this goes. Yep. Alright, that happens. Alright. I understand how this deck works. That's fine. So he's playing Golgari stuff, and he's got his fungal infection here. Expecting standard Golgari things. That seems about right. He's gonna do all the little thalids and the saprolings and whatever. It's fine. Just gonna hold on to this. This is why the Fountain of Renewal is in the deck. See, before I put a Fountain of Renewal in this deck, when I was trying to work on this, decks like this were just horrifying. With a Fountain of Renewal, quite a lot of decks become not so horrifying. Like, oh, whatever, I take 6 damage. Like, that should be horrifying, but guess what? It's not, because I have Fountain of Renewal, and once I start getting things out there, like this Biogenic Ooze I'm about to throw out. There you go. No more problems. Problem solved. Yeah, see? Problem solved. Oh, okay, now he's gonna cast down. It's fine. It's fine. I have a Gaia's, and I have another Biogenic in my deck, so what does it matter? Like, he's gonna attack with these 3 things, and then I'm gonna kill one, and then I'm gonna take 4 damage, and one of them is gonna be healed, and then so what? Everything is going to be just fine. Come on, game. Wizard needs to fix that. There we go. No, I'm not going to attack with that. Every single time! Genuinely, I don't really care about the Wayward Swordtooth. It's really fun to have in there, but it's never been particularly useful to me. Except for the fact that every single frickin' time I throw that thing out, it is instantly targeted. I don't know why people hate it so much. I know it's a strong card, but come on. By the time it's a threat, you should be able to handle a 5/5. Yet every freaking time they cast things like that, Vraska's. He did not need Vraska's. He could have cast down. He could have done anything to that thing. But now he's down 1 Vraska, which is fine. I like that version of Vraska in particular, mostly because I was given it for free. I think everyone was. But it's not actually the best version of Vraska there is. In fact, there are some that are significantly better. Anyway, he's got to block this. He has to. There you go. And you're gonna double block? Nope. Okay.
That got my attention.
Yes, it did. Destroy target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 3 or less. So he gets to store any of these tokens, or my Llanowar, or my Fountain, I guess. Yeah, this game's over unless he's got something like super sneaky. But at this point, the game's over. If you've ever played monogreen before, you know that once you throw out a Carnage Tyrant, if the enemy doesn't have some kind of immediate answer for it, the game's done. And so this guy, because of the way his deck's set up, almost assuredly doesn't have any board clears that can get rid of a Carnage Tyrant, and also doesn't have anything to remove its hexproof. So he's pretty well screwed here. We'll see. We'll see if I've spoken too soon, because now that I've said that, I know he's going to throw out something super sneaky. I'm going to throw out another one of these. Like, it's just going to be my luck. He's going to have some way to board clear here. I could go straight for his help, but I'm not going to, because that Vraska is actually a threat. Well, you know what? No, I don't need to attack that hard into him. I can attack like that. There we go. Just make sure the Vraska dies. He could triple block the Carnage Tyrant and get rid of it. Yeah, see, he's just like, I can't stop it, so why bother? It hurts, but it's a smart move for him not to block. It hurts him. I am shocked that he's not managed to play another Spore Crown Thallid here. Yeah, see, game's done. The game ended a long time ago. Yeah. At this point it's just mono green stuff. All right, standard mono green. And now the game is doing that really annoying glitch where that sound is just staying. So hang on. So there's this really annoying bug that has been in Magic Arena for months now, where every now and then there will be this like bzzz from like some kind of magic spell, and it will remain permanently until you restart the app. Oh, okay. See, this is where the game says no, you're no longer allowed to win. It's just like, I'm gonna give you all of your endgame spells right up front. Okay, this isn't great, but he does go first, which that's fine. If you've got a turn 1 play, that is most assuredly the best way, but having a turn 2 play is fine. Thorn Lieutenant is a really strong card for being a 2 cost. Okay, so let me see. If I throw that out, that will give me 4 mana next turn. Yes, so no, I don't need it. Downer. All right, what? Oh, wait a second. Hold on. 59. Why does he have so many cards in his deck? Is he trying to do something sneaky? I want to block that. He's got to have something in his hand. Yeah. Dude, another guy with fungal infection. But yeah, Thorn Lieutenant's nice, because he can do that, and then, you know, I still have a thingy on the board. It's fine. Another land. Nope, not going to attack that. Alright, so if... Wait, he's still only on 2 lands? Unless... Alright, well... Let's block that little thing. Okay. This is starting to get a little scary. He's only on 2 mana, so if I can keep him, if I keep him, he can keep himself there. No freaking way. For real? I should block that, but I should not block this. I'm sorry. I should not block this, but I'm going to. Okay. In this case, the safest thing would be the ooze. That sound is disgusting. If this were an ooze instead of a dryad, I would be real happy. Freaking oh my gosh. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. That's annoying. Whatever, deal 1 damage. Oh, Tendershoot's more important. Okay. Yeah, so using Sparked Harvest with Reassembling Skeleton, for whatever reason, is a combo that I haven't seen yet. I don't know why. It's really good. Wait. Stop. That is just the most annoying thing. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you know what? He's waiting. If I blocked with the Dryad, he would minus. Wait a minute. He could -2 that anyway. No, it's -1. Yeah. He's probably sitting on that card in his hand. Oh my gosh, this is going perfectly fine. This is going just wonderfully, actually. That was surprisingly good. Okay. I should have attacked the Llanowar. I don't like sitting on 3 life. I don't know if he has any ways to do direct damage to me. Wait. He's killing the growth chamber? I know it's a difficult decision, but that was the wrong one. That was 100%. Oh. Oh, I'm so sorry, friend. I'm so sorry that I'm not sorry. Yeah, I understand what it's like to be in your position, Downer. I know what it's like to lose. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Oh, I know what it's like to lose. To want so desperately for a fair game and to have the game say, no, you're not allowed to have land. Seriously, I went into this hoping that I would get a real lucky match where I could show off the power of this amazing deck, and all I'm doing is just ordinary mono green things. Oh, man. But mono green things are wonderful because it feels very good to pull it off. I could do bullshit and win matches with Esper or Jeskai or whatever. I have those decks. I call them my cancer decks. They're stage 2, 3, and 4, and they're awful. And I feel like a dirty, disgusting, filthy pig every single time I win with those decks because they involve making your opponent's life miserable. And that's just the fun. But if you win with mono green, like, all you've been doing is just punching him in the face really, really hard. And so if someone lets you punch them in the face or punches back and you just happen to punch harder, then, you know, if the game would give me my opening hand, that would be nice. There we go. Thank you. He goes first, so I'm okay with this. Nissa's Triumph's a fun card. Make sure that you don't get screwed on lands. Lets you grab 2 forests out of your deck, and if you happen to have a Nissa on the board, it's just 3 of any land, and then you put it on the board, all tapped, or I'm sorry, not on the board, in your hand. Yeah, so either 2 forests, and if you have Nissa, then you can also grab the Karn's Bastion, the proliferation monster. Side note, if you proc a Karn's Bastion and you have enough mana to proc it again, you can use Nissa to untap it and then proc it again. Obviously, you can only do that once because Nissa can only add counters and untap a land that does not have counters on it. It's a non-creature land, specifically. But it's a fun way to proliferate twice in one turn. I mean, I've done it. There's also a card that some people, some of you watching may be aware of. I forget the name of it. It's a new card in War of the Spark that allows you to put 9 1/1 counters on a land, and then that becomes a legendary land. It's that thing right there. It becomes a legendary creature with 9 1/1 counters on it, named something or other, and I don't know. It's really nice. It doesn't fit in this deck. I've tried to make it fit. It just doesn't. I'm gonna go ahead and adapt him. There we go. It just doesn't fit in the deck. Like, Nissa can only add counters to lands that don't already have counters on them, that aren't already creatures. So you could potentially get limited. Like, I could throw out these 3 forests, and now they're all on the board, and then I don't have any forests down here. That's really dangerous if someone has board clears, because most of them will get rid of them. Cleansing Novas, obviously, Settle Wreckages. If they throw out a Cry of the Carnarium and something else. So having ways to add counters to your lands is nice, and that card can add counters to a land that already has counters on it. But Proliferation can do the same thing, and it can do it more reliably, consistently. It's not just a 1 land, it's not just 1 card. And of course you only need 1 copy of that card because it makes it a legendary creature, so you can't do it to 2 lands. So. Fun card. Just doesn't work in this deck. Oh, right. Duh. So, he's... Oh. Wait a minute. How did... Oh, is he... Oh, he didn't have anything to play. Okay. Alright, so throwing in Omniscience, which is a very cool card, by the way. If you have 10... Omniscience is an overpowered, unbelievably really good card. But if you get to the point where you can play it, and you haven't already won the game, like, this just says, alright, look, the game's been going on for too long, the game's over. So, it's not like the best card in the world. Throwing it into his discard pile tells me that he has Clear the Mind in his deck, because he's playing blue. Oh my gosh. Everything to do with the God Eternals, I absolutely hate. Blast Zone? Really? Whatever. That is a weird card. I don't understand how it works. I've never seen it work, personally. Yeah. I mean, what? It allows you to wipe the board of everything that has a specific mana cost? So what? Like, who in the world puts out an entire board of creatures that have the same cost, like, to merit this card working? Also, non-land, so Nissa throwing out lands as creatures. Yeah. Even if it could hit a land, which I mean, it can't because it has a 1 counter on it, and it would have to have 0. Yeah, no, it's dumb. What are you... What? 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 Is he going for 6, and he's going to try to use it to get rid of the Carnage T? Okay, this suddenly got interesting. I've never actually seen someone use this card before. We're all going to learn something today. Come on. Go on. Block it. Block it. Come on. He's really thinking here. He's real thinking hard. We got big brain Azor 88 over here. 88 for his IQ level, clearly. Throwing an Omniscience in the discard pile. This gives you mana, right? Yeah. If you've got Omniscience and that's in your deck, you are hanging on until you have 10 mana, and then you are throwing it down and hoping it resolves, because the second that thing resolves, you win the game. Come on. So if you close down the application, it doesn't disconnect you from the match. It just, like, the match goes on, so quite possibly he has closed his game in Rage. Which is just really funny to get mad at a mono-green player. I understand getting mad at someone who's playing, like Esper Control or something, or like Dimir, like he's doing poorly. Very poorly. Because, I mean, it's like getting mad at someone who's, like, constantly stabbing you in the back, or like, that kid who's like, I'm gonna go tell, I'm gonna go tell the teacher on you, or something. But, like, getting mad at a mono-green player and, like, rage quitting because I punched you in the face and expected you to be able to punch me back, and then you just didn't because you're a Dimir pussy. Yeah, he rage quit. All right, let's have a little fun here. Oh, he has to respond to it. Right. Damn it, this isn't gonna get to resolve. Azor 88, wherever you are. I hope he thinks that the match is over and he can reopen his game, and he reopens it and sees this just staring him in the face. Alright, word to the wise, if you're going to put blue in your deck, put counter spells in your deck, so this doesn't happen. Also, put something to get rid of hexproof, because freaking everything has hexproof these days. You got, like, Shalai making everything. You got Gruul Spellbreaker making you and it. Like, come on. You gotta have ways to get rid of hexproof. Good heavens, 3 games in a row. If this 4th one doesn't do it, I'm just going to call it here. I'm expecting this one to be a loss because 3 wins and a loss sounds reasonable. Or it could be pretty good. Not happy about Kamahl's being in my opening hand. Never happy about that. I really should get rid of that card. It's just too much fun when it works. Ordinary 60-card deck. He's a normal human being. And he's playing Charm Stray. Never mind. Come on. Come on. Apparently, you can have limitless numbers of Charm Strays in your... And he doesn't. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, no, anyway, I faced off against a deck that just only had Charm Strays. It's like, Rat Colony, that's the one. Rat Colony, or Persistent Petitioners, but those both say that you can have a limitless number. I don't know what the rule is on Charm Stray, but I know that I've seen someone who had more than 4, and I don't get it, because I didn't think that you could. Are you for real? You don't... That's not how you play Charm Stray. Why? It's so silly that you can proliferate on your opponents. Alright, you know what? I thought I was going to lose this one, and it looks like it's going to be that way. Oh boy. Okay. And I have nothing. Okay. That's a loss. Alright. We're gonna do one more. 5 matches in total to show off this deck. 1-3. Lost 1. We'll see if this is a 3-2 or if this is a 4-1. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, this isn't horrible. So turn 1, throw out the Llanowar. Turn 2, throw out Marwyn. And then throw out the other elves, and Marwyn gets super buff. Big boy Marwyn. Oh boy. Okay. Well. All that means is that if... Okay. I was going to say if Marwyn gets countered, or, like, cast down, or... You can't cast down Marwyn. Whatever, I've got 2, so this means that I'm guaranteed to be able to play one. Yay! Yeah, you really got to decide there. Biogenic Ooze is a good hit. That's a good hit. I feel that. I feel that right here. Really? Okay, he's going for the Carnage Tyrant. You have to go. So, advice if you are not aware of this. If you see a Carnage Tyrant in someone's hand and you have the ability to discard it, do it, because you will lose otherwise. Obviously, it's difficult to get rid of the Carnage Tyrant. We've seen that. It's won me how many games so far? Yeah. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Batman. Hell yeah. Alright, this is good. This is good, but he is Dimir. Oh, he's Esper. Ooh. Ooh, this is exciting. Not good to play this right now because it will only have 3/3. So, yeah, I'm just going to attack. And he has nothing to respond. Cool. Alright. Alright, I like this. I would like to draw land. But otherwise, really good. Drawing a land when you have Marwyn out's really nice, and you have the Evolution Sage, because then you play the land to get 1 extra mana, and then Marwyn proliferates, and then you get another mana. Just like this. Yay! Yay! Alright. Alright, let's swing out then. What are you gonna do? You're gonna destroy Marwyn. Aw. Well, that's really sad. Hello! I love doing that. So, okay. Other piece of advice. I am just handing advice out for free. Don't play Gates. Just don't. Just don't do it. There is a meta for using Gates. And it involves using cards that require Gates. Otherwise, don't use them. Or you'll get stomped on by mono green stuff. 5 games. Didn't go very far. Tends to happen with mono green. Tends to happen. You throw out your strong cards real fast, and then they get overwhelmed, and they're like, oh no, I don't know what to do with this. And then they're like, I think I know what to do with it, and then you throw out a Carnage Tyrant, and they're just like, ah, okay, game over. So, yeah. But that's why this deck has Nissa, and why it has End-Raze and Verdant Force and all that other bullshit in it, because if it manages to get to the point where you throw out a Carnage T and they don't instantly concede, you can just let them know their mistake. So I'm gonna end this video with a screenshot that I got on my work laptop. I had to take a photo with my camera, not an actual screenshot, because I was on my lunch break when I did this. Of showing just what Finale of Devastation can do. It's absolutely horrifying. This is the video. This is the deck. Card list is down in the description. It's going to be a little bit different because I do have, like, one of every possible forest in here because I like showing off different forests. It's fun. But otherwise, yeah, that's it. Consider taking out Kamahl's Druidic Vow. It's been really fun to use, but every now and then it kind of just takes up a spot in your hand like you saw in the last game. So, you know, if there's a card to get rid of, it will be that one. And, you know, maybe replace it with something, maybe don't. Up to you. This is a video. Thanks for watching. Have fun with your Carnage Tyrants. Goodbye.